Hello, everybody! Welcome, welcome! What is up, fellow geeks? Super Geek Girl here, coming to you live, as always, from Studio SGG in the heart of Studiopolis Zone. Hope you guys are having a lovely Sunday, and happy Gay Lawyer Sunday! Everyone's favorite day of the week. I am super pumped to get into it. Hello, Gabe. Hello, Zach. Hello, Legit. Hey, been a while. Great to see you guys. Welcome, welcome. Thank you all so much for tuning in. So before we jump in to today's stream, I noticed that y'all were talking about the Crunchyroll Anime Awards. I did not see them myself. I did read the results. Somebody sent me the results, and I was actually talking with this, about this with some of my friends earlier today, and, my thought? Freyrin got robbed. There is no reason that Freyrin should not have gotten Anime of the Year. What the hell? Okay, so, full disclosure, I will be a good sport and say congratulations to all the winners, but, oh my god. Like, I've not watched Solo Leveling myself, so I can't say one way or the other on this, but no, Freyrin should have absolutely won more. And yeah, the thing with the Anime Awards, it's just a popularity contest, and since Solo Leveling is the thing that everybody's freaking out about, then yeah, it's gonna win, and that sucks. Just as a general rule, I hate contests like this that are nothing more than a popularity contest. Like, it doesn't take anything else into account, really. It's very frustrating. And I think I'm more upset about it because I've been watching Freyrin, and that show is a freaking masterpiece of a show. And for it to get shoved out in favor of the latest big shonen, fancy explosives, whatever show is an outrage. It is an outrage. So yeah, I'm glad I missed this. I'm glad I missed watching this live, because actually seeing Freyrin losing to Solo Leveling so many times would have absolutely infuriated me. But, you know, Freyrin got Best Director, well-deserved, and the one thing I will agree with is that Dandadan was, in fact, the best opening of the year, so Dandadan is they were correct in that regard. Apothecary Diaries should have won more, too. Yeah, both Freyrin and Apothecary Diaries, got hella snubbed, and it is, it's gross. It's gross. Duck? Yes, there are ducks. There are ducks. well, there is a duck. First off, hello, Stumpy. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for tuning in. So yeah, not happy with how the anime awards turned out, but you know, it is what it is. It's just a popularity contest. That's all there is to it. And outside of the anime awards, Freyrin has actually won a ton of awards. Freyrin and Apothecary Diaries both have gotten way tons of acclaim. So, you know, you take your victories where you can find them, I suppose. Whoa, everybody's shouting at me. First of all, hello, Sleepy, and hello, Locomotive Works. Welcome. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Dear Anime got snubbed for Best Slice of Life. I voted for Nokotan. I voted for it. I tried to get our, I tried to get the Dear Anime in there, but, no dice. I'm surprised that Bleach lost to Solo Leveling for Best Act. That's what I'm saying! It's a popularity contest. Blue Box is quite good, though. According to my friends who watch way more anime than I do, Blue Box getting Best Romance was well-deserved. So... Also, the way that they sold it to me was really cute. It's a basketball player who falls in love with a badminton player or something to that effect. And me having been in a badminton anime many years ago, that might be a fun one to check out. I don't normally... I know this is gonna be sacrilegious of me to say, considering the show that I'm in. I don't watch a lot of romance anime, you know, but, you know, if I have time, I may check out Blue Box. I gotta get through Freyrin first, and then Apothecary Diaries, and then Spy Family, and then, blah. There's a lot of animes... Okay, fine. No, that's wrong. There's a lot of them! There's a lot of animus, okay? I only have so many hours in a day, and I have to be working for most of them. Give me a break! Oh, anyway, yes, they are on the list. And yes, and rehearsals, which, by the way, just a heads up, this is gonna be another hard stop at 4. That's why I started a little bit early, this time. So brace yourselves if we're in the middle of something and I just suddenly have to quit. That's why. Also, as Stumpy has noticed, the Duck Apocalypse has temporarily been disabled until I figure out what the hell is going on with it, where it keeps refunding points and over-flooding my system with ducks. Until I figure out what's going on, I'm gonna need to take a look into it. But for today, it is temporarily disabled. So hold on to your points, guys. I promise. It'll be fine. With that being said, though, we do still have a lot to get into. I want to try and finish Case 4 today so that we can finish... Yep. You know, I am probably going to be revamping the reward system, anyway, later on in the coming months, after all this, rehearsal, performance stuff is over with. I may have to, redo some things on the Twitch channel anyway. Nothing like changing the model or anything like that, but, some of the point redeems, some of the interface stuff is gonna get changed come September. So I'll need to start looking into that. Anyway, as I was saying, we're getting an earlier start today, so let's not waste any more time. I want to finish Case 4 today. So if you guys are ready, let's do it. All right, is my controller working today? $1 million question. Yes, it is. Okay, sometimes you don't know with this thing. Where did it go? There we go. So yeah, we are definitely going to try and at least finish Case 4 today. My understanding is Case 4 and 5 are not quite as long as the other cases in this game, thankfully, but we'll see. So when we left off last time, Miles, who is no longer a prosecutor, was running off to find Kay, who is no longer a thief. She has lost her memory. In our investigation of the crime scene, we found a trap door leading to a secret storeroom in which evidence from many of Miles's previous cases was being stored and apparently sold to the highest bidder? There is some absolutely sussy shit going down here, and we will figure out what's going on. Let us jump back into a Turnabout Forsaken. Okay, so since we stopped mid-investigation, I am going to have to take a look at my evidence to see kind of where we were story-wise. So let me take another look at things real fast. Hello, NSM! Welcome, welcome! Thank you very much for tuning in. Glad to have you. Alright, so let's do a quick review of what we found. We have a key card, we have the coroner's findings, stab wound to the chest, head injuries to the same postmortem. We have the key card record, which is Verity, and then the, Rosie Ringer. Ah, there we go! Alright, let me switch to auto-tune real quick.
Alright, we should be... Whoa, wait a minute, that's not auto-tune. That's not auto-tune. Hold it. Oh, wait.
Okay, that should be auto-tuned. I have several voices on here. My bad. We brought back the Grona's voice there for a second. But there we go, we are good. Who are we thinking is the murderer? Are we thinking Gavel? Or are we thinking, I missed out on last Sunday. I know somebody was saying that they think Gavel is the murderer. But we still have one more case to go, so I don't know if it's Gavel yet or not. Honestly, I think, Eustace's dad, that Excelsior idiot guy, I think he's the one behind all this. I think he's the one behind this all. But who knows? Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. Okay. Back to this. Okay, we have a letter that appears to be written by Kay. That was from last time. Okay, here's the stuff from the last stream. We have the broken plushie from our first case. It's missing its horn. We have the mask that the attendees were wearing to conceal their identity. We have the ringleader's outfit, which is the same outfit that Rosie was wearing, which we are led to believe that Rosie was in fact the ringleader of the illegal evidence selling. Alright, we have a photo of our alleged killer in a red raincoat with blood on their hands, looking up at the ladder. And then we have Miss Hart's statement, so let's review this real quick. Illicit auction held in big building. Items on sale were many items of police evidence related to homicide cases. 11 attendees altogether, all were wearing masks. Auction continued even after the murder occurred. Okay, so that right there, that's interesting to me. Like, how is the auction going to continue with your ringleader dead? Well, I guess technically they didn't say that the ringleader was the auctioneer, so it could have kept going, I suppose. Anyway, that's a recap of what we got last time. But we still have a few things to investigate, and Miles and Emma are looking very impatiently at us. So let's move on. Let's see if there's anything else that we can investigate here. I think we got just about everything. Oh, logic. Probably haven't done any logic, have we? Okay, so it looks like we only have these two. Auction, entry, and exit. Participants entered the storeroom one by one from the roof. They also left one by one. Possible murder happened in the storeroom. So, let's see if these go together. They do! Fantastic! If the storeroom was the actual scene of the crime,
then you'd expect the body to have been up here at some point as well. Huh? Well, yeah. But think back to what Miss Hawk told us about the customers that left the auction. Do you remember?
Of course. They came up from downstairs, back through the storeroom, and... Oh!
Exactly. The killer would have had to hide the body in order to avoid its discovery. The question is, where did they hide it?
Where indeed?
Emma, if you would mind putting your skills to work for me now.
Oh, I'd love to! You just say what you need and I'll get right on it.
Very well. Then I'd like you to check for blood residue. A luminol test, in other words.
Here we go with the luminol! Sure thing! Prepare to witness the power of science!
I've never seen somebody's eyes actually full of anticipation.
Alright, how about we test that ladder over there first? Based on this heart's picture, I'd say the person in the red raincoat was about to climb it and make their escape. Which means there's a high chance of a positive result.
Because of the blood on his hand. His, her, whatever.
To test an area, just press A! That'll spray a little luminol on it. And if it happens to land on some blood, you'll see it react like this.
It still feels like super raw to see it just appear like that.
Anyway, that's a positive, but it's still faint. Spraying it a couple more times should be enough to really make it stand out.
I'm not pressing this, by the way. Boo! Get out of here, bot! Bots, do your thing!
Yeah, that butted out nicely. And made it feel that much more real. Anyway, I think you got the gist of how to look for blood traces down, right? I'm sure there's still some
Right, so there's definitely some on the ladder. Let's see. If it started down here, then it's probably higher up. Ah, there we go! Ba-boom!
And that's how it's done. Take a good look around and see if you can find some other places to test with the luminol.
So where should we start looking?
How about here? You want to test there? Just spray some luminol on any place suspicious.
Let's see. Well, he had to open the box, so... Oh! I was expecting it to be on the upside.
Mr. Edgeworth! Blood!
But how could it have gotten there?
Maybe somebody put something with blood on it in there.
Okay, so blood was in the clothes box. Good to know.
There are still places we haven't tested yet. Let's see what else we can find.
There wouldn't be any blood on the mask, do you think? Well, if the mask is still missing, then there wouldn't probably be a bloody mask at all. Oh! They just moved aside. I guess we can check the elevator now. Apparently, today is National VTuber Day. Wow, then you guys are in the right place! Alright, let's see. Oh, you got a match! Boom!
We got a positive! There's blood here!
But how come? Probably because this is where the murder was actually committed, I'd say. Ooh, looks like some of it drips to the floor below, too. The floor below? So, would there be bloodstains in the committee hall? That sounds like something we need to look at when we inevitably go back to the committee hall.
I think that's all the blood there is to be found!
Alright, then that concludes this phase of our investigation. Alright, so that gave us... Ah! Well, the body was in the clothes box. Easy enough to make. Blood in the clothes box can only mean one thing. That is where the body was hidden. I'm certain.
I wonder who won the box in the auction.
I haven't the farthest. Still, it's a very helpful discovery.
Now you just hold your horses there! There's no way the body could have been in there!
What do you mean?
I took a look at that dead box when I first got in here. Looked to be just about the perfect size for a little hide and go seek if the need arose. And maybe it would have been, if I could have opened it. But it was wrapped in chains and locked up tight. And I ain't no escape from apologies. The murder happened just a little after I scoped it out. So nobody put nobody in there.
Wrapped in chains and locked up tight, you say? That's odd. Because it doesn't look to be wrapped in chains any longer.
I mean, the chains are still there, but, you know. Eh? What slapped my head and called me silly? I could have sworn it was, though.
Okay, so it was locked up at the time of the murder, but now it is not. Interesting. Alright, so is there anything else that we are missing? Can we check the clothes box one more time? No? Okay, no more of that. Check the elevator again? No? No more logic leaps to be made. So unless I'm missing something. Can we talk to Lotta again?
You need something?
Okay, looks like we got all of that. Alright, so the elevator, we got all that already. Alright, Eddie, you got anything for us? Okay. Still the same. That's weird. I thought that was everything. Is there still something I'm missing? Hold on one second. I think I might have missed something here. Alright, I do have to actually look back because this is why I don't like stopping in the middle of an investigation, is because I lose my place and forgot what I have and haven't already done. Alright, so I do actually need to look back and see what I did last time. Hold on one second. Alright, let's see. We explored the masks. Let's see, we did the mask, we did the statue, we found Lotta. We got the broken plushie. We did the masks, we did the ringleader appearance, we had the mind chest with Lotta, we got Miss Hart's picture and her statement. Alright, so we've got elevator blood, we've got the clothes blocks blood. No, that looks like everything. So why am I not able to continue? Okay, we did. Okay, there's got to be something that I missed. Okay, so we talked to Kay already. We talked to Eddie already. We talked to Lotta already. We have no more logic leaps to make. Was there anything else over here that we missed? We got the box. We got all the flavors hex from the mask. We found out that Miles was a huge freaking nerd. Nothing more to be found here. Wait. Is there something over here? Did I not to do something? Hang on a second. Hang on a second. What do we have? Oh, I'm a dum-dum! I'm a silly Billy! I'm gonna turn off voice mod real quick too.
I'm a goofy goober, you guys. I forgot that we had a Jammin' Ninja mask already. I can't believe I missed that. I was like, I haven't seen the mask. I guess the killer must have it. Nope, we've got it.
Eureka!
Yeah, you know what? That's fair. That's fair. I totally deserve that bonk. That is 100% fair. Oh, man. Thank you. Thank you for that. Kay was carrying a Jammin' Ninja mask when she was found. But it looks like it might have originally come from this hook.
Well, scientifically speaking, that doesn't seem like a crazy hypothesis. Which would mean that Kay really was here?
As you put it, not a crazy hypothesis. But why?
Did she come to steal something, maybe? I mean, there's all kinds of stuff here.
Because she's a great thief who steals the truth, I suppose. No, I think it's too early to jump to any conclusions. Okay, there we go. Now we're good. Ugh. Why you gotta be so persnickety, game? I think we've examined all we can now.
Great! Time to see what's waiting down below.
Huh, shaking a leg already, are we, Miles? Okie dokie. Hey, K-Meister!
Yes, Mr. Fender?
We're about ready to move out, so I want you to stick with me, okay? Can't have you getting lost.
Of course. I'll be sure to stay close.
When did those two start getting along so well? Are you jealous? Are you jealous, Miles? Oh, and everyone's on the elevator. And we're gonna drop right into... Oh, I thought for sure they were gonna be here waiting for us. I thought for sure they were gonna be here waiting to arrest us as soon as we came down, but maybe we got lucky. April 5th, 7:43 p.m. Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence. Chamber. Nope, I was... Damn it! I was totally... I was wrong, and then I was right, and then I was wrong again. Oh, hi guys. Mr. Edgeworth?
Uh-oh.
This room.
You're too slow!
Yeah. Thank you.
This is the auction room? No. This is the committee chamber.
Way to drop right into my lap, Kay Faraday. Oh, why are you smiling at that? You've got real guts. I'll give you that. Arrest her, men! Arrest her right now! now! Wait, but she's... As for the rest of the riffraff, throw them out into the streets where they belong. Uh-oh. What are they itching over for? Okay, look, I know there's not a whole lot you can do with these sprites, but why you gotta have them 8-bit inch all the way over here? Hey, you can't do this! This is going, like, way overboard! Yeah, what she said! These little baby steps are killing me. Miles, this isn't looking good, I gotta say. You see how the blinding light of justice shines down on you! Ow, 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 ow! Hi, Francisca! What did I do? You'll have to forgive me. I meant to hit a certain cowardly ex-prosecutor. You weren't aiming for him! You were aiming straight at me! Something keeps getting in my way. Something! Right there! No, she is totally hitting you, bro. She's totally... No, you know what this is? You know what this is? This is that one scene in The Simpsons where Bart and Lisa are, like, about to throw hands with each other. And Bart just starts swinging his arms wildly and he says, if you get hit, it's your own fault! And Lisa starts kicking the air in front of her and she says, if you get hit, it's your own fault! And they just start slowly approaching each other and then they just, like, throw hands. That's what that reminded me of right there. Francisca. So, what are you doing here, Mr. Ex-Prosecutor? I still believe Kay to be innocent. And we are supposed to care what you believe? You no longer have the right to an opinion. Oh, she is pissed. I am Francisca von Karma, and I have no intention of stopping here or now. But you chose to stop by giving up your badge. And so our game has already come to an end. My badge was an obstacle to proceeding along the road I've chosen. I haven't stopped. I've simply cleared the way ahead. And now I am free to follow that road, all the way to the truth. So don't you think for a second that my conviction has changed. I am every bit as dedicated as I ever was. You seem to think you know what lies at the end of this road to the truth. In that case, I demand that you show me. I'll explain my current theory first, and if your road fails to lead anywhere, my whip will happily guide it. You no longer have the right to an opinion. You spend too much time on Reddit, Francisca. Oh, that is such a thing you see on Reddit. Oh. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. That is absolutely someone who spends too much time on Reddit. Or the time The Simpsons went to shock therapy and caused the city to have a blackout. Oh, that was an early episode. That was a deep cut, man. That was a deep cut. That was like from season 1 of The Simpsons, I think. Or at least one of the really early ones. Because the animation was still kind of garbage. Alright, Francisca. Let's hear your current theory. The victim used her key card and entered this chamber with her killer. She was then stabbed with a candelabrum by the culprit and subsequently died as a result. We know the identity of the murderer thanks to the letter she exchanged with the victim. And we know the location of the murder is here in the committee's trial chamber. The blood on the floor of this room proves my theory. Game, set, und match, Miles Edgeworth, QED. The blood on the floor, huh? Oh, but we know where that blood actually came from now, don't we? She seems pretty confident, huh?
She doesn't like the courage of her convictions. She doesn't like the courage of her convictions, that's for certain. And I gotta say, I could dig that vibe. I could even give her a no hard feeling. Yeah!
Pathetic. Well, Miles Edgeworth, do you think you can bring my case crashing down around my ears? If you really have found the road to the truth, perhaps you would be so kind as to point me toward it.
I'll be very happy to. Settle in, Francisca.
I'm about to pave that road with incontrovertible evidence. Did I say that correctly? I'm not sure if I said that word correctly just now. Oh, man. Alright. Well, I know exactly what the problem is here. All the way at the back. She was stabbed with the candelabrum. We know the identity. We know the location of the murder. The blood on the floor proves my theory. Sorry, Siska, but the blood on the floor actually proves our theory. Objection!
Objection!
If I remember correctly, the blood discovered in this room was located at the foot of the Goddess of Justice statue. Murder under the gaze of the divine. A brazen act, even for a cold-blooded killer. Except, that may not be true at all. Take a look at this, if you would. It's a blood stain we discovered in the storeroom, directly above the committee chamber. As you can see, the blood we found looks to have dripped through to the room below. And the elevator dripped down from... descends directly to the foot of the statue. Ah, you noticed. Then you will agree that the murder cannot, in fact, have happened in this room. I put it to you that the victim was killed in the room above, and only afterward was she moved down here. The Goddess of Justice did not witness a murder. She witnessed a killer trying to cover their tracks. Uh-oh. I know that look. That is the look of our world about to come crashing down about our ears. Why is she smiling? Sorry. I was just thinking back to a very similar situation. Well done, Miles Edgeworth. You've proven yourself to be even more foolish than I thought.
Mr. Edgeworth is anything but a fool, sir, and you know it! Ouch! Have you forgotten the picture you just showed me? Or are you really that airheaded? Even a cursory glance shows there was far more blood here in the committee chamber than upstairs.
We've been ignored again. Wish I could get someone.
You're trying to tell me that all of that blood dripped down from above, Miles Edgeworth? If it had, your storeroom stain would need to be 10 times as big. I say the murder happened down here. There is no way it could have happened anywhere else.
As insightful as ever, Francisca. But you've played right into my hands.
How so?
You're correct. There is far less blood upstairs than one would expect. The question is, why?
A trifling detail in the face of my previous explanation.
Alas, your explanation doesn't account for why there was blood in the storeroom in the first place. Surely you don't think some spatter managed to shoot itself all the way up there, do you?
Oh, like some crazy fountain of blood? No way!
No way, indeed. It's completely impossible. So how about this? What if this explains the difference in the amounts of blood observed? There was far more blood in the committee chamber than in the storeroom above, because...
the victim was stabbed here, the victim was stabbed... Oh! The weapon was removed up here. Or down here. Interesting. Be gone, child. The adults are talking. I'm pretty sure that line was said in this game already at some point, but I love that. I think the weapon was removed here. Let's try that. The victim died of 3 stab wounds. Wounds that would have bled profusely. Exactly. As proven by the amount of blood we found on the floor of this room. But that doesn't make any sense. Not if she was stabbed in the storeroom. You said there wasn't much blood up there already. Silence! You half-breed! Blah, 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 blah. Silence! You half-baked hairbrained rookie! Hey! Hairbrained is a little... Oh, somebody needs to take that whip from her. That classifies as a lethal weapon at this point. Hello, NPC! Welcome, welcome! Thanks so much for tuning in! A stab wound bleeds heaviest at one particular point in time. Oh, I know! When the weapon is removed, right? Precisely. I believe the body was brought down to the committee chamber with the candelabrum still in its chest. And then, when it was finally removed, it created the difference in the amount of blood we see between the 2 locations. But why? What was the killer trying to do? I imagine they were trying to give the impression that the murder happened down here. As we know, Miss Ringer's keycard was used late last night. Judging by the time listed in the record, I'd hazard a guess that it was used by the killer when they entered the room to create their elaborate setup. What? Someone who knows forensics at a crime scene? Who'd have thought that'd been useful? Yeah, you know what? That's probably the reason why they don't use Emma as often, because she's too powerful. The power of forensics is it's too strong for Ace Attorney. I wish they would use Emma more, but it's great seeing her here now. But why would they have needed to do all this in the first place? Perhaps because a person with a face to hide would fear the storeroom being found in the investigation. If they were involved with the underground auction, they couldn't afford to have their dirty secret exposed. Okay, so that's committee chamber blood. Underground auction?
Hello, Eric Strong. Welcome, welcome. And thank you very much for the head pat. Thank you. Very much appreciated.
Oh my god!
Thank you. Thank you so much. Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in.
You should take a look at the storeroom for yourself. The items up there tell quite a story. One that should more than explain what was going on here last night. It's almost endearing, Miles Edgeworth. How desperately you want to protect your friend. There's something just beneath the surface of this case. Something bigger than all of us. And Kay's only crime was to have the bad fortune to fall right into the middle of it. That's quite the hyperbolic claim, Miles Edgeworth. Hyperbolic? Me? Surely you're the one making a Surely you're the one making a mountain out of my perfectly reasonable molehill. You're working with Interpol on international cases, so why are you investigating a domestic murder? I'll tell you why. Because this case has something to do with the smuggling ring you've been chasing. You followed the trail of items being smuggled by the ring and wound up here. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me that the something I sense isn't related to any of this.
Hello, Boots! Welcome, welcome! Thank you so much for tuning in! Hi, SGG, how are you doing today? I'm doing great! I'm doing really well. Thanks for asking. Just because you don't have any domain, I can't... Don't have any what? Don't have any what? Any clue?
Well,
Any friends? Okay, I thought there was something missing in that comment. I wasn't 100% sure. Just because you don't have any friends doesn't mean I can't. Aww. Franny has no friends. I mean, to be fair, a woman with a whip is kind of hard to get along with in most scenarios. Well, I'm very happy to learn that you giving up your badge didn't completely relieve you of your senses. Scruffy here told me about the circumstances that led up to that, by the way. Oh, Gumshoe's trying to go bad for us. In certain circles, it's preferred. Well, you know, I wasn't gonna say that. I wasn't gonna go there, but yeah. Don't yuck somebody's yum. That's all I'll say. I'm sorry, sir. I just thought it might help, you know? You did the right thing, detective. Now that's something he's never heard. That's something that Gumshoe's never heard Edgeworth say to him before. So am I right, Francisca? Is this incident part of the broader case you're working? Was the underground auction already on Interpol's radar? Wouldn't you like to know? But you don't need to, and so you won't. No, we kind of do. No, these are our cases. This is stuff from our cases being sold to auction. We need to know, ma'am. Don't be cagey with me like this. You're still my little sister, all right? Then you knew, didn't you? That the auction was being held here in this chamber. Hi, Lotta.
Hold it! Do you mind if I put in for a sec? Your victim over there, the lady in the white.
Hold it! You!
Hey! That girl finish, will ya? You no good button in a pen and you know what? Ouch! Leopard City unchained her sports, has she?
As a side, your voice for Francisca is so cute. Thank you. Thank you. Scottish Lotta is also fun. I'm glad that she's back. Your testimony is not required. And neither is your presence.
What do you mean? I'm a journalist, you can't... Ow!
You're a liar is what you are. You lied under oath that one time. Seems like Miss Von Karma's none too fond of Miss Hart, huh? I don't think she's her biggest fan, no.
What's she called? Ringa, was it? She's a member of the same committee. Well, she's dressed exactly like the ringleader of that secret auction. Oh, stop whipping me!
What is the meaning of this interruption? Miles Edgeworth, explain! Yeah, no, this is a catfight for real. This is a catfight for real. No, you know what? Who I really wanted to see throw hands was Mia and Dahlia. I really want to see a catfight between them two. Oof. Oh well. Jessica Peterson voices her in the anime. I bet she had fun doing the whip. Oh, I bet so. I bet so. Yes, something important in the midst of the catfight. Something important was just said, and I'm glad you caught that, Stumpy. I was about to bring it up. She said that the victim was dressed exactly like the ringleader. So, dressed like does not mean that maybe Rosie was not in fact the ringleader after all. I caught that too. Miss Hart here helped us out by describing how the auctioneer was dressed. And it seems they were wearing the exact same outfit as the victim. Miss Rosie Ringer. But that would mean that the victim was also the ringleader! Or maybe it is just the ringleader and I'm reading too much into it. Hey, how about we all just go down to... It seems I have some new information to consider. It's true that I came here to investigate the underground auction. Only to arrest the head of its operations, the auctioneer. But if Miss Hart is to be believed, the ringleader is dead.
I guess that means your journey here today was wasted. I suppose it does. Nonetheless, I, Franziska von Kalmar, I refuse to leave empty-handed. Time for a rematch, Miles Edgeworth. Fine by me. But you may find that your whip will go sorely underused this round.
God, I hope so. Alright, now for the new theory.
Fine. I accept your little explanation. That would make the storeroom the actual scene of the crime, yes? In which case, the murderer is someone connected to the auction. Under the photographers to be believed, the victim was the auctioneer, and the culprit was an attendee. The killer lay in wait for the victim in the storeroom, where the exchange of illicit goods was to take place. Then they stabbed the victim in the chest with a piece of merchandise, the candelabrum.
Did y'all catch what was wrong? I did.
There. Does that about sum it up? Because I will not be accepting rebuttals. I'm afraid you might have to. There's a serious hole in your testimony.
There is? I didn't spot any. It's good thing you're the one in charge here, Mr. Edgeworth. Alright then, time to fight back. You gotta win this for us.
And I will. Time to take Francisca's testimony to task.
Brother, sister, order, let's go. Alright. I saw what the problem here was. I accept your little explanation. In which case, the murderer is someone connected to the auction. If the photographer is to be believed, the victim was the auctioneer. The killer lay in wait for the victim in the storeroom. Now, we know that's not true. We know that's not true. Because of what Lotta said. She didn't see nobody come in. So, yeah, no, we got you. We got you. Objection!
Objection!
Uh-oh. I think I goofed up, though. I think I goofed up a little bit. Uh-oh. I think I was a little overzealous.
A word of warning, Miles Edgeworth. If you don't wish to feel the sting of my whip, don't show me every meaningless item you happen to cram into your pockets!
Ow! Yeah, okay, that's fair. I jumped the gun a little bit.
At least I'm not giving you meaningless warnings!
Oh no!
Scientifically speaking, that whip looks like it was made. I need to calm down. Scientifically speaking, that whip looks like it was made to inflict the maximum amount of pain possible.
Well, unscientifically speaking, I can tell you that it hurts a lot.
Then I guess you just have to try your best to avoid getting hit, huh? Okay. Instead of presenting it, let's press it instead. Let's try to get some more info here.
How exactly did they manage that, may I ask? Miss Hart was in the storeroom too, remember?
Objection!
Yes, hiding someplace. And if you've seen the storeroom yourself, you'll know that there are plenty of other places to hide too. So you're saying the killer was hiding out of sight while they awaited the victim's arrival? I believe we can reasonably assume that the murder took place after the auction had concluded. After all, the victim was the auctioneer herself.
There we go! That's what I was trying to find.
She would surely have needed to be present throughout the proceedings.
I was thinking the same thing. Okay, so I jumped the gun, but I was right still. So can you take back that bloody whip then, please? And give me back my health? Because I was right, Gabe!
She thinks it happened afterwards? Would you mind adding that statement to your testimony, Franziska? I believe we can reasonably assume that the murder took place after the auction had concluded.
Then they stabbed it. Okay, this is it. Yeah, there it is. Auction continued even after the murder occurred. All right, let's try this again. Objection!
Objection!
There we go. Music drop. When the music drops, you know you done it right.
It seems you're one step behind yet again, Francisca. How so? The auctioneer was not, in fact, the victim. And I can prove it. This is the statement Ms. Hart gave us. Well, if she made it, it's not worth the air she used to say it.
I told you I'm a journalist, dagnabbit! My word is...
Did I ask you to open your mouth?
Ow!
Objection!
Calm down and listen for a second, Francisca. Miss Hart witnessed at least some of the events surrounding the murder. And she confirmed that the auction continued, even after the murder had occurred.
You bet it did! Went right on like nothing had happened at all!
How would that have been possible without an auctioneer? It wouldn't. So you see, the victim couldn't have been the auctioneer. She was one of the attendees.
No!
As I have been saying since the start, there's no way Kay could have been the murderer. Because she had been pushed down the hatch by her assailant and knocked unconscious by that time.
Methinks Excelsius is the auctioneer? Yeah, no, he's totally got some shit going on. Absolutely.
So then, who was the victim, really? Right. Well, if the auction carried on after the murder, the victim must not have been the auctioneer, but an attendee.
Freaking mic cord is getting tangled up in my legs. Wasn't it our idea that the victim was the auctioneer? Was it our idea, or did somebody else say that? Was it Lotta who said? Wasn't it Lotta who said that the auctioneer, the person was the auctioneer? I need to stop messing with the mic. Uh-oh. There's only one person who could bring an end to an argument like that.
That's enough. I know that sound all too well.
Speak of the devil.
Well, one of them at least. Order in the courtroom. All rise for the chairman.
Yeah, there he is. There's that punk. What do we agree? A French accent? Both devils are in fact present. Yes.
Really, there's no need for all that pomp and circumstantiality.
I remember he was a Frenchman.
Please, everyone, feel free to call me Celsius. Yes, that will do nicely.
Celsius? Excelsius? Okay. No, absolutely. I refuse to call you Celsius.
All right, Celsius, what are you doing here?
Oh, I just stopped by to see how my bonneted boy was getting along.
Celsius, this is America, my dude. Yeah. We don't use no metric system here, loser. We'll call you Fahrenheit instead. Also, hello, Gundam. Welcome. Thank you very much for tuning in. Sasquatch. Oh, I love it. Sasquatch. Yeah, no. Okay. Renaming him. Sasquatch. That's what we're calling him.
They say there are all sorts of families, but I'm not sure these two are what they meant.
Why are you... Okay, no, why are you waving your freaking... Why are you waving your freaking lighter around, dude? You're not at Coachella! Chill!
I thought I might need to light a fire on this investigation, but it seems not. The suspect everyone's searching high and low for is right back here where we started.
Men, detain the suspect immediately! Wait! Miss Faraday is innocent! Uh-oh! There's the anger!
Shut your meddling mouth! You are becoming something of a problem, Miles, my boy. I thought I told you. The committee wants this matter cleared up as soon as possible. It's a matter of trust. We can't have our organization be seen to drag its feet. It's bad for us. And it's bad for me, too. Personally, sorry. Must be my age. Your unlawful investigation ends here, and it will not be permitted to resume. In case you have forgotten, you are no longer a prosecutor. You have no authority here. And what's more, there is the matter of you aiding and abetting a suspect. She's right, of course, as always. You really are a godsend, Delphi. Everything I do knowingly. If you wish to prosecute me for it, be my guest. But know this. We have uncovered a new suspect. This person here. Miss Faraday was attacked by this person. You can stop right there. Whoa, I'm getting my accents mixed up. Hang on. You can stop right there, Mr. Edgeworth. The raincoat in your picture was discovered nearby a short while ago. The victim's blood was found on the hood, along with some cherry blossom petals. Cherry blossom petals? Like the ones on the roof? Yes, they were stuck to the edges of the bloodstains, probably due to the blood being fresh at the time. The results came back already, my boy, so there's no mistaking it. The person in your picture is the victim. Madame Rosie Ringer. What? Uh-oh. That's not good. No! This completely undermines our entire case! All of our assumptions were based on the person in the red raincoat being the killer. But if they were the victim instead, then Kay remains at the top of the suspect list. Miss Faraday, you testified to having encountered a person in a red raincoat up on the roof, correct?
Yes, I did.
We now know that the person was the murder victim, and you are the only person we know of who came into contact with her. Since one of you wound up dead, I think we all know how that encounter went.
Objection!
Bitch! No! Kay was attacked by that person! She is the victim here, not the aggressor!
Overruled.
As far as I recall, we have yet to see any evidence that proves she was attacked as you claim. And even if such proof existed, Miss Ringer could simply have been acting in self-defense. You can't just jump to conclusions like that! Kay is innocent!
But I'm not.
Kay?
I'm not innocent. I don't want to believe it, but I remembered something. Hearing about the raincoat brought it back. It's just a flash, but I remember what I saw now. Right when it happened. The murderer. It was me. I remember looking down and the person in the red raincoat was on the ground. It was me, Mr. Edgeworth! It was me all along! I'm the murderer! I'm the murderer!
No, you're not! You can't be!
Then what am I? Why do I have a memory like that? They were on the floor in front of me! There was a pool of blood! Why was I just standing there? Why didn't I do something? I know why! It's because I was the killer!
This court recognizes the legitimacy of the accused memory. But you said you didn't believe it like 5 minutes ago!
Overruled.
I commend you on your bravery, Miss Faraday. It will not go unrewarded. Praise be to the goddess of justice for her many blessings.
Objection!
As an official representative of Interpol, I hereby request that the suspect be... We don't have time for this. We must arrest Kate Faraday this instant. How dare you take that tone with me? This is a gross overreach of authority. I demand that you give us more time to investigate. You say my investigation is unlawful? What could be more unlawful than this? Unfortunately, you no longer speak for the law. Indeed you don't. But I do. And while I cannot but be moved by your dedication to your friend, I have to agree with Delty. Speaking of the law, it seems there is one other we must arrest. Ah, yes. I almost forgot. Miles. What are you talking about? Mr. Edgeworth was just doing his job. He didn't do anything wrong. He wasn't doing squat. By which I mean to say, unfortunately, Miles is no longer serving in any kind of official capacity. You went too far this time, Mr. Edgeworth. You conducted an unlawful investigation. Worse, you aided and abetted the flight of a suspect. You are no longer even an ex-prosecutor. You are a criminal. Nothing more. Oh, that reminds me. There was supposed to be a hearing today, wasn't there? Concerning your conduct. I'll make sure it is officially rescheduled for tomorrow, although I feel I already know the outcome. Look at this as an opportunity to reflect on your actions, Miles. A chance to really think long and hard. This court is adjourned. Oh! Okay. No. We're not ending things here. What time is it? 2 o'clock? Screw it. We're going on. F it. We ball. No way am I going to end things here. No way. This is judicial misconduct at its absolute fucking lowest. Excuse my French. No. We can't end things here. We can't. We absolutely can't end things here. Uh-oh. But we're starting in a jail cell. So maybe we are ending things here. Yep, there we go. We're familiar with this place, aren't we? April 6th, Detention Cell Holding Center. I never thought I'd spend another night in here again. Oh, don't forget DL6. They stripped me of all the evidence we'd so painstakingly gathered. Even if they did let me keep Kei's Yotogorosu pin. Can't help but worry about her. They had better be treating her well. The murderer! It was me! I remember looking down and the person in the red raincoat was on the ground. It was me, Mr. Edgeworth! It was me all along! I'm the murderer! I'm the murderer! Come on, let's go. You got a visitor. A visitor? Who? Someone by the name of Dick Gumshoe? Want me to send him right away? What? You want me to send him away? No. No, I'm not even sure what to say to him.
Objection!
Yep, objection. I'm so concerned with who these people think they are. All the law is just theirs to decide. Yeah, I am gonna have to do some. I'm gonna have to do some reading up on this committee because I don't want to do too much of a deep dive right now because I'm afraid that there's gonna be spoilers. I don't want to spoil myself on the ending of this game because I hear that the final case is actually really, really good. But yeah, no, I have. Well, y'all already know my problem with this committee. It's absolute bullshit because freaking they did jack shit for Von Karma and all of his evil doings, and no, I take a lot of issue with this. Winter and Gavel overplaying their hand is nothing new in real. Ugh, this is gonna go a little too real. Edgeworth should get a good defense lawyer with spiky. Dude. I know this isn't going to happen. But if Phoenix comes along and offers to defend Miles, I am going to lose my shit. I know that's not what's going to happen, but if it did, oh my god, y'all would hear me screaming all the way from Dallas. April 6th, then she's in a visitor room. It's Gumshoe, but god, I wish it was Phoenix. God, I wish it was Phoenix. Wait there. They're leaving me unsupervised. Uh-oh. Maybe it's not Gumshoe. That doesn't seem like... Really? Alright, fine. I can't even mention Phoenix without being thrown in the box. It's... That's maybe another thing that gets redone. Forgive the intrusion. That doesn't sound like Gumshoe. Oh! What are you doing here? Come to gloat, bitch!
Judge Gavel!
Please, Mr. Edgeworth, take a seat.
What are you doing here? I was told it was Detective Gumshoe.
I imagined you wouldn't come if you knew it was me.
What could she possibly want from me now? I suppose I'd better find out.
Alright. What have we got?
You may not be aware of this, but you are only permitted to meet with specially approved visitors.
So I'm to be treated like a dangerous criminal, am I? I suppose my reputation has rather plummeted.
It has indeed. For you, of course, and your friends. That attorney and the other girl were raising quite the fuss earlier.
Bender and Emma.
I saw them launch some extremely heated words at one of the guards.
No, you didn't!
You may thank the goddess in that regard, for even she is too busy to deal with each and every infraction. They will not be punished for their bad behavior.
Did you come here just to chit-chat with me? You must have a lot of time on your hands.
Oh, speaking of which, Miss Von Karma is continuing the investigation where you left off. I just thought you would like to know. I figured you would be worried about how they were all doing.
So if... Wait... Weren't you the one going on about how this was an illegal investigation? So why are you letting Von Karma continue to conduct a quote-unquote illegal investigation? Ma'am! I hate your face! Both of them!
I hate to admit it. She read me like a book. Let's cut to the chase, Your Honor. Why are you really here?
I am here simply to talk, nothing more. There is something I wish to know about you.
Me?
Yes. Who else? Objectively speaking, You are highly intelligent and quick-witted, and a born prosecutor at that.
Please, Judge Gabelle. Your sarcastic praise is but salt on my wounds.
But I sincerely mean every word, Mr. Edgeworth. And it is why I fail to understand you. Take this latest case, for example. You were up against the very committee itself. You had no hope of succeeding. Even a child could have seen that. And yet...
I don't imagine the old me would have ever been so reckless. The old me had power, and because of that, I thought that justice was always on my side. Just as you and the committee believe now. But a certain...
True love wins! Oh, yes! Yes! He's talking about his boyfriend! He's talking about Edgeworth! He's talking about Phoenix! He's talking about Phoenix! Ah! I knew it! I knew it! I am unreasonably excited about this. But look! They even got the gentle music playing now! Oh, theme of love. I know what I said. Shut up. I got excited. I love these stupid gay lawyers so much, okay? I can't help it. Oh my god. They love each other so much. Come on. This is... Why are you like this, Capcom? Just make them official already! They already have rings! They already have officially licensed rings! Just make it official already, for fuck's sake!
Excuse me, I'm fine. I'm okay. I'm good. I get a little excited about the gay lawyers, okay? Just give me a moment.
4 o'clock SGG. It is not 4 o'clock. Shut up. It is not 4 o'clock. I have a clock right here. It's 2:19. I can still keep going, and I will. We do not need a second box. We're fine.
But a certain person changed my mind. He made me reckon with my selfish and skewed sense of justice. And once the scales had fallen from my eyes, I began to look at people differently. I saw that I was only able to be an effective prosecutor thanks to the efforts of those around me. Detective Gumshoe, the many investigative officers of Force, and even Kay.
And that man. Horny No! It's not! It is not Horny Jail! This is a genuine appreciation for the beautiful relationship they have! It's not horny! It is not horny, okay? Why are you so mean to me?
It changed me. The degree to which it changed me still surprises me to this day.
I see. Thank you. I feel that perhaps I understand you a little better now.
Yeah, you understand that he's hella gay.
You understand me? I highly doubt it. Someone who is so focused on forcing their idea of justice onto others can't possibly see what I see.
Is that so? Is that truly what you believe? I will say one thing. This has been a very interesting conversation. That is all. Before I go, there is one remaining matter. I was asked to inform you that the date of your hearing has been confirmed. It will be held today in the trial chamber. The committee sends its warmest regards.
If that was all you had to tell me, you could have just sent a message.
And entrust the goddess's words to another? That wouldn't do, now would it? Until then, Mr. Edgeworth, I will see you again very shortly.
This meeting could have been an email. Yeah, for real. This meeting could have been an email. Alright, I guess back to jail we go. Meanwhile, I'm getting out. April 6th, detention center holding cell. Oh. Oh, we get to look around? I've barely spent any time in here, and already I can feel my personal appearance slipping. I may have given up my badge, but I mustn't give up on myself. Oh, my collar! It's slightly creased! There. A tidy outside begets a tidy inside. Which is why it's more important now than ever to take care of myself. Oh, even now the vanity. Even now the vanity. Good thing I watched all that Prison Break. Now I know how to get out of here. Oh, man. I wish. Let's see. I guess we just investigate everything. There's a menu here on the table. It seems that detainees are able to pay to have their meals brought to their cells. It looks good. Ew! Wait, you can't have spaghetti and mac and cheese? You can't have both? You can't have double pasta? That's not how that works! And they got a triple! And linguine for only $1! You can't do triple pasta! That's too much! That's too many carbs! If you're gonna give us that many carbs, at least give us some goddamn toilet paper! Look! We don't even have any toilet paper! This is third world conditions here! I'm kidding, of course. Oh my god. Basmati. Again with the carbs! Basmati and brown rice? No! You can't mix those! You can't mix those! What is up with all the carbs? It's probably for the best that I'm not very hungry. Oh my god. A very basic bed. Can't say it was very comfortable to sleep on, however. I imagine Detective Gumshoe would sleep on it soundly nevertheless, loudly snoring all the while. I suppose we'll probably never get to work together again. But I don't have any regrets about the bed I've made. I will follow my path to the end. Maybe there's a secret passage in the toilet stall. I really don't want to look at the toilet, but fine. Oh, maybe I do. There's a note on the wall. Sorry, we're currently out of toilet paper. Please make the necessary mental preparation. God damn it! Why is it like this?
Objection!
Yeah, I object to there being no toilet paper. That is absolutely an objection. Oh, what sort of mental preparation can you even make? That is an excellent question. Okay, no,
You know what this is? This is actually reminding me of that one scene from...
No.
Who did the sad violin? Who was that? Who was that? Stop it!
Oh my god!
Okay, no! What you just said! The oh my god! There's a part in JoJo Part 3 where old man Joseph has to use a restroom out in the desert and they don't have any toilet paper, they just have sand! That's what this is reminding me of! Oh, that... Thank you for perfectly segueing into my little aside. That was perfect. Oh, all right. Is there anything else we can look at? Everyone's throwing so many blurbs at me. I can't right now. Oh, brother. Oh, I'm so glad I stocked up on water before this. The window is barred with heavy steel. That reminds me of a movie I once saw. A prison inmate hatched a plot to escape by using a file to cut his cell bars. Oh my god, he actually did watch Prison Break! He actually did watch Prison Break! Actually, I don't know. I've never seen Prison Break. I don't know if they use a nail file or anything, but he actually... Zach, I think you were totally right! I should not be laughing this much at Edward being in jail, but damn it! Everything about this is driving me insane. Have you watched part 7, the one where Kira and Casey... Part 6? And no, I have not. I haven't yet. I need to finish part 3, since my friends apparently are not going to continue watching that with me. I just need to buck up and watch it on my own. I won't be doing that, of course. For one thing, I don't have a file on me at the moment. What am I saying? I wouldn't do it even if I did have one! Would you? Wouldn't you, though? Is there, anything under here? No? Part 7 is the one where Jesus tells Jojo to commit... But what? Is that what Steel Ball Run is about? Is that it? No more... No! Screw you, no more context! I need more than that! What? I'll just have to read it myself, I guess. I mean, I knew that was like a plot point. Or I knew that Jesus was somehow involved in part 7, but I did not know it was that exactly. Oh my god, JoJo is insane. I don't even know what part 8 is about. I don't even know what part 8 is. Maybe it's that Clint Eastwood movie where they escape from prison. Possibly. Possibly. There's a poster in the corridor outside. We regret to announce that due to the warden's arrest, the Die of Destiny game will be discontinued. Inmates will no longer need to roll a die every morning to determine their meals for the day. We wholeheartedly apologize to those who are looking forward to their daily casting of the die. Did anyone really need an apology for the cessation of such a ridiculous idea in the first place? Okay. Yes, that's everything. Uh-oh. Do I have another visitor? Oh, now here comes the gloating. This is absolutely going to be the gloating part. Kay! Oh! Wait, where's... My emotions are going crazy. There we go. Oh! Thank goodness you seem alright. That's a load off my mind. Such an heartwarming scene. It's enough to make a golden man cry. But you're still not your usual cheer. I mean, you have to stay positive, Kay. You didn't do anything wrong. In fact, guarantee you didn't.
No. You have to let it go. I'm the murderer. I know that now.
But you're not. You can't be.
Why don't you have any faith in yourself?
How can I, Mr. Edgeworth? When there's no me left to believe in.
None at all? I don't think that's true. Before you lost your memory, we spent quite a bit of time together. And I dare say, you left quite the impression on me. So you see, there is still plenty of you left. That's why I believe so much in your innocence. And why you should believe in yourself, too.
Thank you. But we can't. It would just cause more pain for the both of us. Please. I have to forget her. Forget that Kay. She's gone.
Kay! No!
You remind me of my younger self, you know? So noble, so bold.
This is the justice you and the committee stand for!
Justice? I suppose you could call it that.
What is he up to? Why is he going to such lengths to control everything? Can't shake the feeling that something is very wrong here. Is there some hidden agenda at play?
I told you he was sus as shit from the start!
There's no time to second guess myself. If I'm going to find out what it is, it's now or never.
Well then, my boy, I suppose I should be...
Wait!
Ooh! Suddenly chess dimension! Oh, let's get his ass. Let's get his ass.
Why is the chairman so intent on seeing Kay charged with this murder? It doesn't make any sense. There must be some rhyme or reason to this madness.
Ooh, that's a lot of chess pieces.
Oh, come now, Miles. I am a busy, important man. I can't be wasting my precious time talking to you.
The only way out of our current predicament is through Chairman Winner. There's so much to ask, so little time. Let's start by trying to find out why he rushed to have Kay arrested so quickly.
All right, here we go.
I can't just let this happen. I'm getting answers if it's the last thing I do.
Mind checks, commence! Let's go!
Why were you so keen to push through Kay's arrest? I have yet to hear a satisfactory explanation.
An explanation? I'm not entirely sure what you mean.
Don't give me that! You know exactly what I mean!
I would advise you to moderate your tone, dear boy. Need I remind you of your position?
I'm a prosecutor. I'm a prisoner. Let's bide our time here. What accent is SGG doing? It's supposed to be French! It's supposed to be French! Hello, Cadmus! Welcome, welcome! Thanks for tuning in!
And suppose we did let your friend go free. What then?
What do you mean, what then?
Think how that would look, my boy. And you would have to take the blame? Me. That's all.
And so what? No, let's not push it. Let's not push it. He'll give us something eventually.
You'll like to keep your mouth shut. That way you won't say anything foolish.
Sorry, but I can't stay silent forever. Not while Kay's innocence is still in doubt.
Oh, you are breaking my heart. Just look at this flood of tears spilling out. Please, just leave it alone, will you? Things were coming along nicely until you interfered.
Oh. Coming along nicely? What does that mean?
Coming along nicely? That's a rather strange way of putting it. It's almost as if you wanted Kay's arrest to happen. It certainly doesn't sound like the statement of an impartial representative of the law. Uh-oh. We broke the peace, but he's not budging.
You don't think so? Well, that wasn't my intention. Has it occurred to you that you just might be overthinking things a little?
Chairman Winner certainly knows how to dodge a question. But it doesn't change the fact that serious doubts remain concerning Kay's arrest. Next, we'll need to press him on whether he really believes the investigation was sufficient. We can't allow any of his statements to go unexamined, no matter how trivial they may seem. One of them may just give us the breakthrough we need. Alright. You're the one calling the shots, weren't you? You can hardly say your investigation was sufficient. And you're the one who called all the shots, weren't you? Including the decision to have Kay arrested? Look, even as come on! This dude's absolutely French.
I am afraid I am nowhere near as influential as you think, dear boy.
You're the chairman of the committee. It doesn't get much more influential than that. Not that I care about such things.
Oh, you warned me. It is enough to drive an old man to fear.
You'll have to forgive me. I'm not the differential type.
Well, if you're going to insist on being so blunt, then I'm afraid you won't be seeing your prosecutor's badge again anytime soon.
I can live without that badge. I can't. Oh, I don't. Fuck the badge. I don't need it. Excuse my language, but screw that. Screw you holding that over my head.
Let me make something clear, once and for all. That badge isn't the be-all, end-all for me. Far from it. I'm not concerned with titles or roles. Even you must understand that much.
So young. So very young. A word of advice, Miles. From someone who's been around the block.
You're hopelessly naive, my boy. Idiotically so. Well, that certainly got under his skin. He might be less guarded in his answers while he's in this state. Now's my chance.
How much time did you spend investigating?
How much time was spent on your investigation altogether?
You really don't give up, do you?
But even my patience has its limits, you know. What a coincidence. So does mine. Now answer the question. Do you believe that your investigation was sufficient or not?
The youth these days want to be reckless.
It makes me want to put you in your place.
You're going to regret that, my boy.
What do you keep burning up, sir? Bide our time. Let him work himself up further. I want that ugly ass beer to get caught on fire. I absolutely want that ugly ass beer caught on fire. It's horrible. Hello, Myers. Welcome. Thanks so much for tuning in. Yes, I have an adjusted schedule right now. We started a little bit early because I got somewhere to be at 4.
Well. Maybe you do know your place after all. What's the matter? Scared?
Hardly. I was just thinking about how best to proceed. Getting answers from the elderly requires sensitivity. They can get quite emotional after all.
Oh! Get him! Beautiful backhanded!
You have no common sense whatsoever, do you?
Don't you understand? Your fate rests in my hands.
You think I care? You think my fate matters to me now? I don't... Let's hold off just a little bit. Thank you very much for the hydrate. I appreciate that.
Let's say you do manage to get some cells from me. There's nothing you can do with them. So why not give it up, dear boy?
No.
And why not?
It's simple. Because I'm not about to let the truth escape me.
Interesting. I think I am beginning to see what makes you tick. But what you're doing is pointless. Tragically, miserably pointless. Please, just give up. She's guilty. The decision has already been made.
The decision has been made? What?
Once again, your choice of words intrigues me. It's almost as if Kay's guilt had already been determined from before her arrest.
What are you trying to imply?
You set her up! You set her up, you bitch!
I'm implying that things haven't gone as they normally should. In fact, everything has proceeded as if Kay's arrest was the end goal, right from the very start. Well, Chairman Witter, was it?
That is certainly an intriguing theory. But it is also a complete work of fiction. And I'm afraid I don't have time for such flights of fancy. I think it's time we brought this shabby little farce to an end. Don't you?
No. He's trying to make his escape! We must confirm the legality of Kay's arrest before he slips away!
Uh-oh.
Fate. But the truth is finally beginning to emerge. I am not about to let this opportunity pass me by!
I still have questions! I have several questions! Hang on, I'm gonna stretch real quick. Thank you very much for the stretch! And for the hydrate. Let's get him!
Wait! We are not done yet!
I am tired of all this talking, so make it brief, will you?
What are your grounds? What grounds did you have?
Based on everything I've heard from you so far, it's clear that Kay's arrest is entirely unfounded.
Yes, I think we are all familiar with this particular refrain of yours by now. But I'm afraid it doesn't matter either way. You don't have what it takes to secure her release anyhow.
How dare you take this so lightly as a man of the law!
My, aren't you a rude little boy?
But my fuse is only so long.
You have no idea how rude. Oh, I really want to make this one, but no, I'm about my time.
Honestly speaking, I don't have time to waste on every last question you can dream up. I have certain responsibilities to attend to, you know. I really am quite a busy man.
Or are you just pretending to be busy,
That is an awful thing to say to a fragile old man. I work harder than I should at my age. I ask you, my boy, what could I even hope to accomplish by putting up such a pretense?
You're trying to make people start. You're hoping to avoid talking about the case! You dodgy motherfucker!
You obviously don't want to talk about the case anymore. That's why you're so keen to get out of this conversation, isn't it?
It is just so tragic. It really is. That you would suspect me of such things.
It's not a suspicion, it's a certainty. There were no clear grounds on which to base Kay's arrest for a start.
Now, my boy, let's not get carried away. There was plenty of evidence to support the case. The mask, the letter, the corsage, they were all in her possession. And of course,
Her confession? More than enough to prove her guilt, I would say. But those are... What's the matter? Struggling to come up with a way to explain everything away? Hmm?
I don't have the perfect explanation yet. Bide my time.
Well, there we have it. Your silence speaks volumes. It's true, I can't counter your argument right now. But you did let something valuable slip. A suspiciously detailed knowledge of the evidence against Kay. He rattled off that list like he knew it inside out. I think that might prove to be a valuable clue.
I still have questions! Who gave the order?
Who gave the order? Who decided that it should be Kay who was arrested? You know, I can't seem to remember. Don't ever get old, Miles, my boy. It wreaks havoc on the memory. Time to deploy my clue.
You remembered it all pretty well, punk!
I would appreciate it if you'd stop playing the old man card. You remember the detail of the evidence against Kay very clearly. Perhaps if your memory didn't fail you only when it was convenient, I would be more inclined to believe you. So let me ask you again. Who gave the order for Kay's arrest? Oh, a sharp one, I'll give you that. My son could have learned a thing or two from you. If he wasn't such an enjoyable numbskull, that is. It's a tragedy, really. I don't want to hear about your son! I want to know who authorized the arrest! You're very mean, you know that, don't you? The arrest, you say? I believe the order was given by...
You! It was you, you asshole!
Come now, Chairman Winner. We both know it was you! Alright, you got me. You make it sound like it was somehow a bad thing, though. But I have a reputation to uphold, so I guess I better clear up this misunderstanding. I will entertain your questions for a few more minutes. Let's see if I can put your mind at ease. Key thing to do now is to establish how intimately he knows the details of this case. We'll just have to ask the right questions.
Alright. We're finally getting some... Alright, this is it. This is it. Can we get him to break?
The endgame is at hand. We're but a few moves away from the truth. You seem to know the case in quite some detail. I know about lots of things, my boy. I'm just smart like that. Too bad the same can't be said about the way you handled Kay's arrest.
Why so quiet? Careful with that lighter. Alright, we'll play your game. You want to stay quiet, so can we. Ellipsy battle, go!
I am a very busy man. Do try to remember that I can bring this little chat to an end whenever I so choose. It's only taking so long because you won't give me a straight answer to any of my questions. If only you'd stop giving me the runaround, we would be done already. So let's try that again. You seem to know the details of this case quite intimately. Why is that? Because I read the case file. Not exactly the most thrilling use of my time, of course, but it is part of the job. I have to be a good role model. I can't be seen to be slacking. It can be so hard. But I had some time on my hands, so I read the whole thing from cover to cover.
Oh! So how busy are you actually?
Well, that's strange. I could have sworn you just told me you're a very busy man.
Oh, did we finally get you to crack?
I'd say the cracks are finally starting to show, wouldn't you? If you're so keen on being an upstanding leader, you can start by releasing Kay, you know. You really don't give up, do you? It is a moving sight indeed, my boy. But a tragic one, too. After all, your efforts are for naught. I'm afraid your little friend was found unconscious near the scene of the crime.
Did you see exactly where she was found?
We have yet to hear much about the circumstances under which Kay was found. She was lying unconscious in the storeroom, correct? That's right. Also, I am not at liberty to tell you how I know that. She knows things even we didn't. In fact, he seems to be aware of every tiny detail about this case. This could be a valuable clue.
What do you know about Kay?
The suspect, Kay Faraday. How much do you know about her exactly? I know that she is a suspect. Aside from that, not much else. Cross my heart, but it's true. Time to deploy my clue.
Yet you know every other detail!
Sorry, but the more you tell me, the less sense your story makes. For one thing, you know details that even those investigating the scene were not aware of. Why is that? Just how much do you really know, Chairman Winner? Oh, there's that intimidating face you like to make again. Well, two can play this game. How do you like me now, huh? Trying to imitate.
I'm not even gonna justify that with a response.
I do have to commend you on your doggedness. It really is something. I'll take that as a compliment. Take it however you like, but wrap this up, will you? I don't have the stamina anymore. She is the culprit, the only possible suspect. Just accept that already. How much more evidence did you want us to load her down with, for goodness sake?
Load her down with?
Load her down with. Yet another interesting turn of phrase. One that makes it sound a lot like the items Kay was carrying might have been foisted upon her. Impressive. You really do pay attention, don't you? It is no wonder they used to call you a prodigy, Monsieur Ex-Prosecutor. I think you know the answer to your own question by now. Why don't you just go ahead and say it? I want to hear it from you. It's finally time to shed light on the truth. All that's left is to play one last move. Kay is innocent! No, my boy. That is just clumsy. Anyone can blurt out a baseless accusation like that. Even a disgraced superstar prosecutor. Kay was framed! The true culprit set it all up, so she would take the fall instead! That is my answer! And I won't let you deny it any longer!
Almost caught it on fire! Almost caught it on fire! Dang it! His stupid tears put out the flames.
My, you really are a sharp one, huh? It's a bit of a shame you chose to hand in your badge. I admit it. You're right on all accounts.
I know I said French accent as a joke when he first showed up. It works super well, though, doesn't it? It works super well with this.
And that's checkmate. You knew Kay wasn't the real murderer, and yet you still had her arrested. What's worse, you thought you'd get away with it. Well, you won't. Not if I can help it.
Oh, there you go with that naivety again, my boy. I guess that was always your problem. With the girl arrested and the conviction secured, this whole mess goes away. And that's what will happen.
But whose interest does a conclusion like that serve?
The committee's, I suppose? And mine? You know, listening to you just now, and it really got the tears flowing, I have to say. It was poignant and heartfelt and sincere and
Utterly infuriating.
look, I'm not perfect, I know that. But your lack of sophistication in these matters is beyond the pale. You insist that the truth is more important than anything else. But would you say the same if you knew what the real value of the truth is?
What are you trying to say?
When you get to my level, you don't uncover the truth. You make it, little by little. Kay Faraday, murder. That's the truth. The truth I created.
Oh, you bastard! Oh, you are such a fucking punk!
Oh, I want to tear this guy from limb to limb. I want to tear him from limb to limb. Oh my god!
Yes, my boy, that is what I like to see. You're so sincere sometimes. It's painful. It just makes me want to put you in your place. Knowing the real truth will get you nowhere. Because that's how much it is worth. Nothing. Shocking, I know.
Why not go after the real killer? How much do you even know about what really happened?
You're still not getting it. That is your truth. And it is worthless. Mine is all that matters. You understand what I am saying, don't you, Monsieur Ex-Prosecutor? I have all the power here.
Curse you!
Well, aren't you menacing? You and your little friend are just as bad as each other. Violent criminals who deserve to be locked up.
You'll pay for this!
And with that, yet another person disappears from my life. Oh, it just makes me want to cry and cry and cry.
Ooh, come on with this! Oh my god! Okay. Dude is up there with Von Karma as top hated characters. In fact, I think with that little bullshit mind chest, evil, straight up evil monologue, I think he just surpassed Von Karma in terms of my most hated character in this series. I am absolutely fuming right now, y'all. I am absolutely fuming. Oh my god. We may not finish part 4, but we still have an hour to go. Yeah, no, I need to focus. I need to focus on this. I can't let him. We can't let him get away with this. I'm not planning to disappear just yet, Chairman Winner. There's still the hearing later today. Just you wait. One way or another, I'll prove Kay's innocence to the world then. Are we going to? Up and there's... Wow, they did not spend a lot of time on these other sprites! Oh my god. Y'all, look at how detailed Gavel and Excelsius are compared to all these other jobbers on the panel. Oh man, Capcom did not spend a lot of time on you guys, did they? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. April 6th, 8:30 a.m. Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence Chamber. Let's see what we got here. Time for our hearing, I suppose. Is this a job interview? Oh, in a way, I guess it is. 10 bells. Over a majority are present. I hereby call this hearing to order. We are gathered here today to assess the professional competency of Prosecutor Miles Edgevale. Here in the sight of the goddess, we do solemnly swear to pass fair and frank judgment. Fair and frank? Don't make me laugh. Verity, if you would be so kind as to summarize the case against Miles Edgevale.
On April 5th, despite having been advised of the illegality of an investigation he was conducting, the accused refused to desist and eventually had to be detained by myself and Chairman Winner. His actions compromised the investigation into the murder of a certain defense attorney. And despite having been presented with copious evidence of her guilt, he continues to insist that the suspect, 1K Faraday, is innocent of all charges. Perhaps you could explain the details to the murder to us as well? Of course. On the morning of the 5th, the body of the victim was found here in the committee chamber. Further explanation will be provided by...
Me, Eustace Winner, Premier Prosecutor.
The floor is yours, Mr. Winner.
Oh boy.
The murder itself happened late on the night of the 4th.
The victim was Miss Rosie Ringer. That same night, an illicit auction was being held here in this very room. Ringer took part in that auction. I think, yeah.
Meaning that the murder took place sometime during the auction.
They're not even denying that the auction has taken place. Y'all notice this? They're not even denying that this auction took place.
Meaning that the murder took place sometime during the auction.
When she was found, Ringer was dressed in an outfit that matched the description of the auctioneers. However, due to the fact that the auction carried on after the murder had occurred, I deduced that Ringer was not, in fact, the auctioneer.
You deduce nothing of the sort.
And what about the basis on which the suspect was detained, Mr. Winner?
Yeah, I got this. So Faraday was overcome by...
crushing remorse, Eustace?
Yeah, that. Tons of crushing remorse. So she confessed. According to her confession, she was on the roof of this building when she encountered a person in a red raincoat on the viewing platform.
And that person was Miss Ringer, I take it? Precisely, Mr. Chairman. The killer dressed the victim in the auctioneer's outfit after the fact. But at the time when she was killed, Miss Ringer was wearing a red raincoat.
And who won the race to find that raincoat nearby? Me! That's who!
Did you? I thought it was somebody from forensics.
Strictly speaking, it was found by one of the forensic investigators under Mr. Winner's command.
I knew it!
Hello, Raven Jacks! Welcome, welcome! Thanks so much for tuning in! The blood analysis on the coat showed that it was indeed Miss Ringer who had worn it. And the suspect's confession was the final nail in the coffin. She confirmed having committed the murder. So as you can see, Kay Faraday was the killer. There's no way anybody else could have done it. Alright, Miles. I expect you'll have some objections. Let's get them out of the way, shall we? Miss Cavell even recruits. Yeah, it's everything about this I hate. How's it been? It's Rando. Gotcha. My bad. Things have been good, Rando. Thanks for tuning in.
I have no objections, Chairman Winner.
Well, now, is that so?
Objection!
I thought it would have taken a single night.
No objections in the matter of my unauthorized investigation, that is. But in the matter of Miss Faraday's supposed guilt, I have plenty. I can personally attest to the fact that Mr. Winner's investigation was fair and impartial.
Of course it was. When it comes to carefully conducted ops, I'm the winner every time. You know, Miles, it is within my power to offer you a plea deal of sorts. If, and this is purely hypothetical of course, you were to withdraw your objections, you might wake up tomorrow to find yourself the proud owner of a seat on this committee. That's bribery! You just straight up in the middle of the so much corruption! What? So, I ask you again. Do you have any objections, Mr. Edgeworth?
If you think you can buy my silence, think again. You will watch your mouth! Only if the chairman watches his! I didn't come here to talk about committee seats. I came here to talk about the murder case. I demand a statement under oath, and I won't rest until I have one. I want to know exactly what the committee's view on the incident is.
You want to put us on trial, my boy? Very well. If it will make you happy. Verity, please provide Mr. Edgeworth with the materials pertaining to the case.
Really? But sir...
This will be his last hurrah. So let us humor him with the send-off he desires.
If you say so, Mr. Chairman.
Evidence data is received from Judge Gavell. Alright. Do we have everything back? Are they keeping anything from us? Okay, no. We've got everything. I'm so glad I reviewed beforehand. Alright, we still got everything. You have no objections to Verity representing the committee, I assume?
None whatsoever.
Mr. Edgeworth!
Don't worry, Kay. Everything will be fine. We'll see.
Alright. It's showtime. Let's do it. Committee's view of the case.
Miss Ringer attended the auction as a potential buyer. The red raincoat was one of the items up for sale.
Was it?
So our assumption is that after winning and paying for it, she left the auction with her purchase. The only exit from the storeroom was, of course, the hatch leading up onto the roof. After she had emerged onto the viewing platform, that was when Miss Ringer was attacked by Miss Faraday. Shortly thereafter, her flame went out, and thus concludes the committee's view on this case.
Yeah, nah. Already. The raincoat was on offer that night? Is that really true?
We believe so, yes. You remember the failed assassination attempt on the president of Zhengfa, I assume? The raincoat is a piece of evidence from that case. It should, of course, have remained safely under lock and key in the appropriate facility. But our inquiries revealed that it did in fact go missing under mysterious circumstances.
And wound up in the auction along with everything else. That makes sense, I suppose.
Wonderful work, Veldy. Just wonderful. Crystal clear as ever. You flatter me, sir. Now, Mr. Edgeworth, perhaps you could save us all some time and simply admit defeat.
I'll do no such thing, thank you very much.
Very well. It's good to know that you still have some fight in you.
His? Why? Come to think of it, she said some strange things when she visited me this morning, too. What exactly is she up to?
Okay, well, for now, let's address the major problem with this testimony. She attended as an auctioneer. The red raincoat was one of the items for sale. Our assumption is after winning and paying for it, she left the auction with her purchase. The only exit was the hatch. After she emerged onto the viewing platform, that's when Miss Ringer was attacked. No, it was not. Objection!
Objection!
Oh, I pressed the wrong thing, not the... I picked the statement, not the picture. I meant to do the picture. Damn it. I screwed up. I'm jumping ahead. Alright, that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. I just kind of... This whole thing is like throwing me out of whack, man. This is what I meant. This is what I meant.
Objection!
I got the statement and the photo confused, temporarily.
Maybe you could clear something up for me, Judge Gavelle. But what is Miss Hart doing here at this hearing?
She is an eyewitness. I thought it would be obvious.
Well, now, I ain't really an eyewitness. More of an ear witness, I guess.
She's not exactly the most confidence-inspiring choice to help you make your case, is she?
I like to think I choose my allies a little more carefully than you, Mr. Edgeworth.
Then you should question them more thoroughly, because there's something she hasn't told you. Take a look at this. It's a photo taken by Miss Hart.
Yes, in the storeroom, correct? What of it?
According to your theory, the murder occurred up on the roof. But according to Miss Hart's testimony, she happened to witness the entire incident unfold in the storeroom. Just before she took this picture.
Wait, you're saying Gavelle got it
Wrong. That's exactly what I'm saying. Miss Hart, if I may confirm your account of the events you witnessed that night, you saw the person in the picture, correct?
I sure did. Clear as day. And with my own two eyes to boot.
And what were your impressions at that point?
My impressions? This right here is the scoop of the century. Something like that.
Oh boy. We're so cooked.
that makes sense.
I was hoping more for your impressions of the person in question.
Oh, but there's a walking meal ticket.
Seriously?
It's just a little joke. No need to look at me like I done sat at your lunch. Only a raincoat, right? Well, I took one look and thought, that's our prep right there.
And therein lies the rub. For Miss Thought.
Damn it, let me finish my... Stop interrupting me!
Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, when will you learn to use your words?
If it's an explanation of the facts that you require, you need only ask, you know.
What do you mean?
I assume you're about to raise the issue of the voices Miss Hart heard. Voices that may be unrelated.
Objection!
Unrelated? You can do better than that!
Was one of the voices Miss Hart heard really even Miss Ringer's?
You're kidding me, right? Them folks were talking crime in a turkey or my name in Lord of Bloody Heart.
But did you hear them clearly?
Well, can't rightly say for sure, but I can't rightly say nothing and you know it. There was just a voice change if I done told you that.
Precisely. Miss Hart heard voices, but those voices were disguised. Which means we cannot even be certain that whatever she did over here had anything to do with the murder.
Objection!
Uh-oh. You don't need to yell objection in order to sigh at me, Mr. Edgeworth. It seems I overestimated you, Judge Cavell.
Nonsense. Reality is the best of us, my boy. The very best.
And yet she believes that what Miss Hart heard might not have anything to do with the murder? Even supposing that that's the case, it doesn't prove the murder didn't happen in the storeroom. The incident happened before the victim was able to go up to the roof. That much we say for certain. And I can tell you why. This proves that the incident happened before the victim went up to the roof.
You can say that we caught them, red-handed?
Take that!
We initially thought that the person in the red raincoat was the culprit.
Yes, because Miss Hart said as much.
Indeed. She told us about the blood she saw on this person's hand. And I doubt many people would have thought differently given her testimony. Ergo, if this person is the killer, then the blood we see would be from where they attacked the victim. But knowing what we know now, that this person is in fact the victim, it recontextualizes everything. The presence of blood still shows that the picture was taken after the attack, but now, it tells us something very important about the killer too. This picture tells us that the victim survived the attack. There is no doubt in my mind that the victim was attacked in the storeroom. But here we have photographic evidence of her standing upright and alive, albeit with a bloody hand. This could only mean that Miss Ringer survived the attack. The blood on her hand is from the wound she had sustained.
What are you talking about? Who dies from a hand wound?
The wound wasn't on her hand, Mr. Winner. I imagine she had used her hand to try and staunch a wound. That's right. While it's impossible to tell from this angle, the victim was already mortally wounded here.
Well, that would certainly change things, wouldn't it?
It very much would. Not least by making it absurd to suggest that Kay was the attacker. Her encounter with the victim happened after this picture had been taken. After the victim had already been attacked and was in critical condition. I put it to you that all Kay witnessed was the victim finally succumbing to her wounds.
That would have been quite the coincidence.
It's a textbook case of wrong place, wrong time, I'd say.
You seem to be forgetting a rather important fact, Mr. Edgeworth.
Well, that, pretending not to remember it. What? What fact am I forgetting? I think it's time to wrap things up, don't you, Verity? Put the boy out of his misery.
Dad! Daddy, Gabelle works for me! Why do you keep giving her orders? That's my job!
You really are a total and utter embarrassment.
I am not!
I hate to break it to you, but you both are.
Go to it, Gabelle! Put Edgeworth out of
his misery. As you wish.
Alright. What did you forget, huh?
Miss Ringer's body was found with 3 wounds in her chest.
And we all know what those wounds are from,
Don't we? That's right. They're from when she was stabbed in the chest by a 3-armed candelabrum. I doubt anyone could survive such grave wounds. If you care to read the coroner's report, I'm sure you would change your tune.
Nicely done, Gabelle! Now Edgeworth will have to
make several objections. Yes, I'm afraid I will.
Why? Weren't you listening?
Oh, I was listening. Very carefully, in fact. Hence my objections.
Come on! Why do you always have to undermine me?
That is never my intention, I assure you.
It isn't?
Because you do it so well to yourself every single time already.
Of course it isn't. Yeah, I knew that. Because I'm...
Please, Eustace, just stop for goodness sake. You've already embarrassed me enough.
Huh? What do you mean, Daddy?
It is absolutely his intention. Yeah, I think... I think Celsius is getting... Even Celsius is getting fed up with his Eustace being a dumbass. Alright, what do we got here? Miss Ringer's body was found with 3 wounds in her chest. They're from when she was stabbed in the chest by a 3-armed candelabrum. Hang on a second. If she was stabbed in the chest, why is there blood on the hood of the jacket? Yeah, no. I think this definitely requires an objection!
Objection!
I think the coroner's report was fudged! Wouldn't be our first time dealing with an updated autopsy report, would it? Chairman Winner, you know what this is, of course. The red raincoat. That's right, isn't it, Verity?
Yes, sir. The one Miss Ringer was wearing. I warn you, Mr. Edgeworth. You will not be thanked for retreading old ground here.
Well, I'm afraid I might have to regardless. Now then, if you'll answer me this, Judge Gabelle. You told us that the victim's bloodstains were found on the coat. But do you remember where exactly they were found?
Of course. They were found on the hood and...
No. What is the matter, Verity? The hood and... Was blood found anywhere else on the raincoat?
No, it was not.
Doesn't that strike you as odd? The victim died of stab wounds to the chest. Wouldn't that lead one to expect to find blood stains in that area? And yet, there was blood only on the hood. That is a glaring contradiction if I ever saw one. The head wound the victim suffered wasn't just some incidental injury. It was inflicted before the stab wounds to her chest.
Perhaps you are correct. Perhaps the victim did sustain the head injury first. As you said, if she had been stabbed first, there should be blood in the chest area of the raincoat. Therefore, Miss Ringer cannot have been stabbed before the head injury had been inflicted on her. But even if we concede this point, that the head injury came before the chest wound, what difference would it make? How does it change our understanding of this case?
I'd say it changes things a great deal. In fact, it raises an even more fundamental contradiction.
That is quite the bold claim, Mr. Edgeworth. I have to admit, you have me intrigued. Perhaps you could show us this fundamental contradiction with some evidence.
Which piece of evidence best demonstrates the contradiction the order of the injuries reveal?
It's gotta be the coroner's report.
Take that!
This is Dr. Hurt's preliminary findings, according to which the victim suffered a head injury post-mortem.
But the order suggests by the bloodstains on the raincoat is...
Exactly the opposite. Yes.
Bailiff, this court hereby subpoenas Dr. Hilda Hertz to the committee chamber with all due haste. Until she testifies, this case cannot be brought to a close.
Yes, Your Honor. I'll go fetch her at once.
Unfortunately, Dr. Hertz is a very busy woman. I doubt she will be able to come immediately. In the meantime, there is another important angle I would like to explore. Frankly, something has been bothering me about the person at the heart of this case. The so-called ringleader. Who exactly are they?
Oh yeah, good point. We never looked into that, huh?
Despite having been mentioned repeatedly in this hearing, we still don't know even the most basic facts that might help us uncover their identity. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, do you have any thoughts on the matter?
We've seen nothing that might serve as clear evidence of the auctioneer's identity as of yet. But there is someone involved with the case that I can name. I suspect that at the very least, they might be able to point us in the right direction.
And that's...
Chairman Winner, I demand that you testify as to what you know.
What? Are you crazy? Why would you accuse my daddy?
You would cast doubt on the integrity of the chairman of the committee? Do you understand the implications of such an act? I don't care who or what he is. We're talking about the truth here. And about a man who seems dead set on framing Kay at all cost. The mask, corsage, ticket stub, and everything else. The items Kay was carrying when she was found. They were deliberately placed in her possession somehow. By Chairman Winner himself. A shocking accusation. And one I find hard to believe.
But for the sake of completeness,
I must ask, why would he do such a thing? To cast suspicion on Kay, of course. Why else? I even managed to get him to say something to that effect.
Chairman Winner,
your rebuttal, please. I think the good chairman may be in shock.
So what if I did?
Did you hear me, dear boy? I said, so what if I did? You say you got me to admit as much, but where is your proof, huh? With no witnesses to speak of, your word alone is hardly enough to make an accusation like that stick. Or do you mean to tell us that you have something more to base your outburst on? He still has the arrogance he showed back at the detention center, and yet...
Mr. Edgeworth, I am going to have to ask you to explain yourself. If that's all right, Mr. Chairman. Not at all. I'll be very interested to hear this from myself. I'm intrigued to learn where Miles may have gotten the idea that I am some sort of a criminal. Because you'll never find a more fine and upstanding citizen than myself. He has a lot of nerve acting all innocent like that. Very well. Let's start at the very beginning. The fact that the auction took place right here in this hallowed trial chamber is a point of suspicion. A location that should, by rights, only be accessible to members of the committee.
Yeah, they all have key cards to the room after all.
Furthermore, these auctions seem to be held on a somewhat regular basis. And for that to be possible,
there can only be one winning explanation.
That's right, Mr. Winner. The auctioneer is a member of the committee.
No!
What on earth is wrong now?
What do I do, Daddy? I played right into his hands!
You did indeed, you utter nitwit. But Miles, my boy, you do realize that you've cast quite the wide net with your explanation. That's true. There are 11 members of this committee altogether. 10, given Miss Ringer's unfortunate passing. 10 potential suspects in total.
Well, it certainly isn't me.
It can't be the chairman, can it?
Whoever it is, speak up right now!
Calm down, all of you, please.
No wonder Eustace is so incompetent. His dad keeps putting him down. Yeah, I'm noticing that. I'm noticing that too.
Well, Miles, is that all the proof you've got against me? You're very quiet all of a sudden. But it is too late to back out now. You accused the former chief prosecutor and current committee chairman of a crime. I would tell you to prepare for the worst. But there is no preparing for what you're about to face.
Alright. Know your place. Oh my gosh. That is... okay, that's a little intimidating.
You've been forcing us to argue over every little detail for a while now. Where the murder happened, the order, the victim's injuries, some other things I hardly even remember. But you needn't have bothered, my boy, because it is all irrelevant in the end. Think about it. The suspect herself has already said she did it. That's all that matters at the end of the day. And her sentence will be lighter for it. So rejoice. And there you have it. Feel free to pick holes in it as you see fit.
How can I, when that was barely a testimony to begin with?
That man, he's a very powerful person, isn't he? It's okay, Mr. Edgeworth. Please, just let it go. I did it. I'm the murderer. I even remember doing it.
You saw a flash of something half-remembered, Kay, nothing more. If you must believe in something, believe me when I say you should believe in your own innocence instead.
Do not believe in yourself. Believe in me who believes in you. This is so Gurren Lagann, it hurts.
But...
I'm up against the head of the committee here. This isn't going to be easy. But he seems to think he's already won. Perhaps I can use that against him.
Know your place. Alright, what can we do here? You've been forcing us to argue over every little detail. Where the murder happened, the order of the victim, everything else. You needn't bother, my boy. It's all relevant in the end. Think about it. The suspect herself has already said she did it. Let's press this.
Hold it!
Edgeworth having flashbacks and thinking he was guilty and Phoenix telling him, "Bet." Oh, you know what? You're right. You're right. Oh, you're right, and I love that.
Just because she confessed to something doesn't make it the truth. Kay is suffering from amnesia, so any statement she makes should be taken with at least a grain of salt.
Objection.
Oh, was that him?
Even so, it doesn't exactly solve anything for us, does it, dear boy? And it would be nonsensical to dismiss your confession outright. I tell you what, why don't we ask her one last time? Though I'm sure she'll just say she did it again.
Fine, let's do it. Let's ask her again. We'll see if she really believes herself to be the culprit.
Huh? You mean me?
Is this really what you want, Mr. Edgeworth? If it goes badly, it could significantly weaken your position. I know, but there's no other way. I only request that I be the one to question her.
You really know how to target an old man's outstrings, you know. But fine, ask away. On one condition. If this turns out to be a waste of time, that's it. We'll call the proceedings to an end, then and there. Agreed?
Call the proceedings to an end? You mean the hearing?
Yes, dear boy, that's right.
Perhaps you want a complete muddlehead after all.
Now, just so we're clear, if we ask again, and all that happens is that the girl confirms her guilt,
She is officially declared guilty on the spot.
yes, that sounds like a great plan, if I do say so myself.
That's it. You just declare her guilty just like that.
That's the gist of it.
It's a big risk, but he's going to find a way to condemn her either way if we don't do something. Kay,
Yes?
I know it's a lot to ask, but I need you to think. Do you remember anything else about what happened on the day of the murder? Anything that might help us prove your innocence?
Why? Why are you still fighting it, Mr. Edgeworth? It's no use. I can't be of help to you. I'm sorry. I'm too scared to try and remember anymore. What if I remember something even worse? And if I did, I'd just be making more trouble for you. Please, just accept it. The Kay you thought you knew was a dangerous criminal. A criminal who let you down and betrayed your trust.
Don't worry, Kay. You have nothing to be afraid of. I may not have known you for very long, but I know you well enough.
Oh, there's the victory theme! There's the victory theme!
And right now, I'd say I know you better than you know yourself. You would never commit a murder. You could never. Because this is who you really are.
You are the noble thief, Yatagarasu!
Take that!
You are the great thief Yatagarasu. A noble outlaw who would never stoop so low as to kill.
I can't do it, I'm sorry! Because all I can see is the one memory that's returned! I have to face it!
No! The only evidence of your guilt is the confession they forced out of you! As I said earlier, you have to believe that you're better than that! Or are you saying you don't believe a word of what I've been telling you?
No, it's not that.
You're trying so hard to help me. And you're risking so much for me. It's too much. You have to stop. I'm begging you.
So that's what's going on. I thought it was strange, but now I see. The reason you're allowing yourself to be railroaded to accepting your fate. Because of me, isn't it? Which is exactly what the K I know would have done.
You're a good person, Mr. Edgeworth.
Wait, what? Wait, what? Isn't this kind of...
I mean, I guess I appreciate that he knows he's kind of an asshole. I like that he's self-aware, but this just kind of killed the moment for me for a second. He's a bad boy. No, he's not. He's not.
Sorry to burst your bubble, but I'm not. And I don't plan on becoming one anytime soon. Because despite all your wishes to the contrary, I'm still trying to help you. So you see, I've merely been servicing my own ego, regardless of what I put you through. Now let's try this again. See the good in yourself, Kay. Remember the noble thief you truly are. That memory of you committing the murder, you need to question it with all you have. That's all I ask. So please, do it for me. Kay! What's wrong? Did you remember something? It'd be like some cliché movie plot if she did.
A cow.
A what?
A cow? Mr. Edgeworth, if you could perhaps ask her for a few more details?
Well, Kay? What can you tell us about this cow?
I remember now. The person in the red raincoat. She had it in her hand. A stuffed cow. I can see it so clearly now.
Oh, got it. Are you sure, Miss Faraday? Are you absolutely certain?
Yes, I'm sure.
Then this court acknowledges the defense's latest statement as new testimony.
Objection.
You lost your mind, Valentine! We cannot accept testimony like this! With all due respect, Mr. Chairman, information pertaining to the victim and her possessions is new and highly relevant information.
Objection.
Need I remind you of the addled state of her memory? No, this simply won't do. Addled? But if we claim her memory is unreliable now, our own argument is weakened, sir. You said yourself only a few minutes ago that thanks to the suspect's confession, we need not worry ourselves over the finer details, did you not? Were we to call the validity of her memories into question, then we must also call into question the confession on which our entire argument is based. Gavel is finally growing a backbone! Is that really the most advisable course of action? Yes, it's all right. Proceed as you'll see fit, then.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
We're still in the game, but only by the skin of our teeth. And only thanks to Judge Gabel's intervention. It's almost as if she was on our side for a second. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, the stuffed animal, I believe the cow in question is this thing here, Your Honor. We found it in the storeroom, and we believe it is yet another auction lot. Wait. That's...
Do you know something, Gavel?
No, it's just not what I imagined. I suppose it was a rather odd thing for the victim to have been carrying. I should look it over carefully.
Okay. Anything back here? Well, here's where the horn was.
Well, what horn is missing?
This hole. It looks like that's where the horn would have gone.
But that doesn't look like stuffing in there. So, what is it?
Let's take a look at the rest of the toy and see what else we can find.
Not stuffing?
The right horn seems intact, but I can't say it's doing much for the overall symmetry of the stuffed toy.
Look, Mr. Edgeworth. It moves.
It does?
Oh!
It sounds like sand being crushed.
It would seem there's a recorder device hidden in here.
Uh-oh. I knew it was you the moment I laid eyes on you. You can't hide that burn from me. Nothing to say for yourself? I've waited so long for this day, and now I'll finally have my revenge.
Could this be the moment of the murder?
And someone made a recording of it.
Oh, well now.
Hey! Awesome right there! That's the voices I heard! Sure as eggs is eggs!
Unfortunately, we have no way of verifying when these voices were recorded. It's possible they have nothing to do with the murder. Only there was some accompanying video footage.
You got bugs in the ears or something, lady! I done told ya! Them's the voices I heard! And we already know the victim was holding that thing, right? So it's got to be from when she got got!
Yes, it is a possibility, but a weak one without more than your word to back it up. We need something more, something credible.
We need? Yet again, she seems to be stepping into help. Judge Gavel, I think we all know the voices are from the moment of the murder. Consider for a moment the words we heard one of the speakers say. I knew it was you the moment I laid eyes on you. You can't hide that burn from me. I believe we have something that could explain what these words are referring to, and how it's all related. Which piece of evidence proves that the voices are from when the murder occurred?
Prominent burn mark on her hand! I think this is it.
The coroner's preliminary findings?
How do they prove anything?
Indeed. What on this page shows that the voices must be from the time of the murder?
Burn mark! It's gotta be this.
Take that!
Is he secretly bald? I wish.
Think again on the words we heard. This part in particular sticks out in my mind. You can't hide that burn from me. The victim had a prominent burn mark on the back of her right hand. And what of it? According to case testimony, the victim was carrying the stuffed cow toy and a burn mark. An identifying mark unique to the victim was mentioned on the recording it captured.
But it's just a coincidence. Stuff like this happens all the time. Right?
Overruled.
I'm not so sure that it does, especially not in this case. The court accepts that the recording may be from the time of the murder, in which case, one of the two voices must belong to the real culprit. And based on the content of the conversation, it seems likely that it's the one we hear the most.
But it still doesn't tell us anything about the killer's true identity, or even if they're male or female.
Due to the voice changes, correct. Unfortunate, but unavoidable. One thing, however, has become clear. We are now able to say that the voices Miss Hart heard were those of Miss Ringer and her killer.
It's just like I told you they was.
We can say something else now, too.
Then let's hear it. That is, if you don't mind, Mr. Chairman.
Do as you wish. According to Miss Hart, just before the murder occurred, two people came up from the storeroom to the committee chamber on the Two people came up to the storeroom from the committee chamber on the elevator. The ringleader and one of the auction attendees. It seems this was the point at which money exchanged hands. The murder happened immediately after, and the auction carried on after that. All of which points to one key fact.
That the ringleader was the killer. It had to be.
Since the ringleader was the auction's sole auctioneer, then it follows that they cannot be the victim.
Hey, Gavel.
Not right now, Eustace. There's a good boy.
That is literally, shut up, the adults are talking.
And if they weren't the victim, then they could only have been the killer.
Overruled.
A compelling argument, but hardly conclusive. I am fully aware of that, Your Honor. I was merely warming up for the main event. There were certain traces left on the scene that seemed to suggest that the ringleader was the killer. Then please hurry up and show us. What is something that was placed on the scene that points to the ringleader as having been the killer?
Was it the blood? So that they could hide the storeroom? It wouldn't be the box or the... I'm going with this.
The killer deliberately left a large pool of blood at the foot of the Goddess of Justice statue. It was due to that blood that we originally thought the murder happened in the chamber. But it was simply a ruse designed to cover up the blood that had dripped down from the storeroom. In order to conceal the existence of the underground auction, correct? Correct. If the culprit had nothing to do with the auction, they would have had no reason to cover up that blood. Which further supports the theory that the ringleader and the killer were one and the same!
And as to the identity of the ringleader, do you have anyone you would like to name?
The auction is always held in this committee chamber, with its storeroom located just overhead. So at the very least, we know that the murderous ringleader has some connection to the committee.
Yes. And you suspect me, correct?
As the committee's most powerful member, that should hardly be a surprise, right?
Objection.
You're a fine prosecutor. That much I'll give you. But as I think I may have mentioned already, you're also hopelessly naive. You've got nothing, dear boy, have you? No evidence whatsoever. Unless you've got something to share after all.
Do I have any evidence to show that Chairman Winner is the murderer?
I don't think we do, actually. hate to do this, guys. I hate to do this, but I think we need to stop here. Unfortunately, it's close to 4, and I hate leaving it on a cliffhanger like this. I hate doing it this way, but I think we gotta stop here. We will absolutely finish episode 4 next time. I do not have rehearsal next Sunday, so you will make dang sure that we're gonna finish next time and start case 5. I am going to finish this before I perform, damn it. Ooh, this is tense. This is tense. But that is gonna do it for today. Next stream, I know, I'm sorry. Next stream is gonna be on Tuesday. We'll be back with more Digimon Story. And don't forget, we're gonna have more Elden Ring on Thursday. Gonna try and do Supersonic Saturday this Saturday, and then of course, conclusion of Case 4 next Sunday. So that's gonna be it for now. I gotta go ahead and bounce. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. This is SGG signing off. Stay super, guys, and I will see y'all on Tuesday. Have a great rest of your weekend. Have a happy Memorial Day, and I'll see you on Tuesday. Bye! Bye? Maybe? No? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Are we frozen? Did we crash? Hold on. Something's going on. Give me 1 second. I think I may have goofed up. Let me try exiting. Let me try exiting real quick and see if it lets me. I may be goofing up. And okay, are we good? Can I do it now? Okay, let's try it again. Bye!